Guys, we are back, but we are on the torch tonight. Got a couple clay videos coming up, but tonight I just wanted to get back and get on the torch because it's been a while and it's like freezing outside, literally. So I just needed to stay warm, and when you have a 1,000-degree kiln next to you and 2,000-degree flame, it makes it very fun to make beads. So I made these today. So these are some gray and white with some pink rubino and some black little dot beads. That was my starting, just to get back into the groove here. I don't know how well you can see that, or if it's even getting better as focus wise, but there's a couple round ones that we did. We're just playing around. I'm trying to get into making stuff with stripes, and so I tried something yesterday for the first time and it actually worked. And this is a little bit of teal and some silver foil and clear glass. But I have been trying to make a mushroom. I've made a couple of them. Some of them have turned out really good, some of them not so good. And I was going to make it kind of organic, and then I thought, no, you know what, I'm going to use my two favorite colors, and that's pretty much purple and turquoise. So let's go ahead and make a mushroom tonight. Now I just have to find like the perfect one to make a good sized mushroom. I'm going to pick this one right here. So I've got some violet here. So it's not quite a perfect, ow, and it burns when it hits your arms too. Sometimes the glass likes to just break on you. Okay, and I'm going to put this probably right there, that way my head doesn't get involved. And I'm using transparent instead of opaque for the base, because transparent just seems to hold up better because it's a stiffer glass. But I do make these opaque as well. And I'm seeing a little crack here, and that worries me because that means that if my bead gets up there, it's going to end up breaking. That one's too small. Alright, we're going to use this long one then, but we're not going to make it all the way up. That's kind of bent, so not that one. You wouldn't think it would be so hard to make one bead. Alright, so here we go. Let's warm this up a little bit. So yes, the transparent's more stiff than an opaque glass, but it also takes a little more pressure to put it on the rod. And if you don't heat up the rod enough, or the rod itself, then you're just going to pull too hard and you'll pull all that clay release off. When you do that, then you basically won't be able to make a bead on it. So as far as a mushroom goes, you can make your stem any way you like it. You can make it thick, thin, tall, or short and fat. So I'm just making it thinner on top. And then we'll take it into like a teardrop shape. Not worried about the edges because all that's going to be hidden and melted down. So the main thing I need to worry about is how long I want it. Okay, so we're just going to shape this and see what we come up with. trying to make this thin and get it as long as I can without going too far over that, because then I'll never get it off. And this is going to be a pendant, so I don't want it really big. Got a nice little air bubble in there. Actually got a few bubbles, which isn't good because it will weaken the glass a little bit. So sometimes they work them way out. Sometimes you just got to help it a little bit. Got to fix our end a little better here. Okay, so now I got it nice and thin. Okay, so that should be good enough. So now we're just going to try and make it a little even. If it doesn't come out even, it's okay because it's a mushroom. So it doesn't have to be symmetrical or anything like that. And I'll show you what I like to do. So on the bottom, you could tell where it's kind of sharp. So what I do is I usually go straight up and down like this, and I just let it fall, and it'll give me a nice little puckered end. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to work on the top. This is where it usually gets me because you also have to keep this warm as you're working up top. Because this is soft glass, if it's out of the heat for too long, it will crack. So you kind of got to do a little bit and then come back to the long part. Here, warm this up a little bit, and then just come in here because every ring that I did, it's going to have lines, and I'd like the top to be smooth. But we'll worry about that towards the end. This is such a pretty violet color. Like a blue violet. Right, so this side needs a little more. So basically we want it as round as we can, but again, it's a mushroom. So it doesn't have to be symmetrical, but try and keep it as close as you can. As you can see, that's really long. So about right here, we'll just add a little more. And that way that evens out. And I'm just going to go around. Okay, back to the bottom. Make sure we keep this nice and hot. Going to try and get rid of some of those ridges figure out how much of it you want for your top. So since it's gonna fold down, you want enough of it on there. You know, but again, you can make a small top or a really wide top. But if this is going to be a pendant, you don't want to go really, really wide. So we're just going to even this out, I think, a little bit. And we should be done. So I'm going to go right here again. Nice and warm. Now if you want to round it out, you can heat up the top really good, and you can just roll it on a marver or something, and that also helps bring it into shape. Okay. So we're just going to keep both of these hot, but we're going to do a little decorations on the stem here. So I'll just make sure I keep putting that in there. And if you want, you could leave these raised. Or you can flatten them out, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, back up on top. Use an aqua blue. Could have used straight turquoise, but it's a little tough to grab right there. Back up on the top. Excuse me. Flatten this one more time. The only problem also with flattening this is you will see the end of your tweezer marks on them. I don't want that to happen. Sometimes it's a little inevitable. There we go. Now we're starting to get a little bit of it all becoming one piece without too many ridges. Okay. So I'll do this one more time. Do the top one more time. Okay. So now go straight up and down, and we're just going to let gravity take down the top. Whoop, and pull it out, because I don't want it to touch. Okay. And then you can just kind of tap it into the shape that you want. This can come down a little bit. That came down a little bit too much, I think. Okay, so for now we're just going to leave that just the way it is. I'll put a couple dots up on top as well. And then I'll try and form it a little better. Each mushroom comes out so much different than the other one. So now that I do that, it lifted it right back up anyway, so that's perfect. You could even make a flat top if you wanted to. Okay. So we're going to do one more just to make sure this is nice and glowing orange. So we got a lot of heat running through this. And I think I'm going to grab this black rod right here. Are a little better being steady tonight, but not quite as perfect as I'd like it. Okay, so we're gonna just heat that up again. Oh, I missed a dot. Okay. So now we're gonna do the top again. Just enough to where those dots will stick. Those I'm not going to worry about right now. Alright, so now we're just going to put that on there like that. And again, I'll let these fall down. As you can see, the head got a lot smaller than what we started. Still fine, but nah, it seems a little, seems kind of small, but I'm gonna leave it because I know that if I keep playing with it, I'm gonna end up destroying it. Which unfortunately happens. Maybe lift it a little bit. Oh well, again, it's different than some mushrooms, but we'll make one more. And the next one I make will be more organic, I think. Alright, so there we go. There's our little mushroom. I know you can't see it, but as soon as it comes out of the kiln, I'll make sure you guys see it. So let's give it a really quick little bit of heat. Put that in. Okay, let me go grab some ivory and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we are back with some ivory. So this is going to be an easy one. This is just going to be straight ivory. No colors. A little bit of raku. Sprinkles on top probably. And I wanted to start from the head and go down, but it never turns out good. So I'm just going to stay going from the stem up. Turn this up really high. Just because it's just been taking so long to melt. Smaller than the other one. I know it doesn't look small. So the air bubbles, the way you get them is by not putting enough pressure on your glass when you put it on this. But honestly, I'm afraid to put too much pressure because I'm afraid I will break the bead release. So I always go light. That's just me. I've got this little old bead here on the bottom. It's starting to get in my way. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing we did last time. Just kind of make it into a cone. Turn the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to lift it up. So it's going to be a little more fat than the other one was. Like I said, each one of these comes out a little different. raku, which is just a bunch of frit. Oh, that's not raku. So I'm not going to put too much. I think this is dark ivory too. It's a little thicker, so that's what I was afraid of, that it was going to pop everywhere. Okay, so we're going to leave that bottom alone. So the cool stuff about raku, it's a 96 COE, so it's a different color expansion rate. But if you heat the snot out of it and then strike it back and forth like this in a flame, it'll turn colors. It'll turn blues, it'll turn purples, some pinks. I'm not going to do that on this bead, but maybe in the future I can show you how it works. It's pretty cool. Kind of like silver glass in a way, the way it reacts. But who knows, maybe I can actually get some color out of it. Okay, so I've got this on a lot higher than the other one because I don't want those ridges. I'm hoping this will help keep it all melted down. But just like the other one, you want to come back and you want to make sure that this is staying nice and warm. Stop and look, because this isn't as tall as the other one. So maybe 2 or 3 more wraps. Yeah, I don't know if I got allergies or something, but I still have a cough. Been lingering since January, but it's not like a cough, it's like a tickle in the back of my throat. So I don't know if it's just allergies, but it's starting to get annoying. If it doesn't get better within 2 weeks here, I'm going to go in and get it checked out. I'm going to go one more. Okay. So there's the top of that. Another thing you can do, I'm not sure if I have any silvered ivory here, but if I do, I don't want to pay too much attention to it and then mess up the bead. So if I don't find it in a minute, then I'm not going to use it. There we go. If you wanted to get all fancy and stuff. Actually make a little bit of lines on the bottom. This is a little too thick. Probably too small of a rod to even try this with. Not like anybody's gonna see that bottom half though. That one broke all the way, didn't it? Let that melt down now. Now I want some raku on top, and because I got this rod sticking out of the top, I'm gonna have to be really careful, just like that. So now it's just kind of manipulating it. Shrunk down quite a bit, as you can see. Sorry about that. Hopefully my head didn't just get in there, but probably did. So I'm gonna go one wrap. Alrighty. So now, the last time we're going to come in here, and we're going to get this all glowing to orange. And I'm going to come in here, move that over. Goes. You don't want that lip to touch. Not real happy with all the dots up here on top. I like it on the bottom. I'm not real happy with them on top. So we're just going to kind of swirl them around. That's a feed in itself. Alright. Okay, so the only thing I'm worried about is the very top. It's kind of sharp. So we're just going to take some ivory here. We're just going to kind of make a lip on it. Yeah, I'm not happy with the top. But again, it is what it is. Every mushroom always comes out different. So, what are you gonna do? It'll make a cute mushroom for somebody. I kind of like that part right there. I'll lift it up a little bit. Alright, that's good enough. If I go too much, I'll end up ruining it, so it's not that bad. Alrighty, so we're just going to push you in just a little bit. Alright, throw that in the kiln, and I will come back after they come out of the kiln and let you see what they look like, along with the other ones that we've made. We've had some real doozies. Some turned out great, some cracked. So that's it for tonight, and we'll be back with clay in a couple of days, guys. See you then. Bye. Hi guys. So I just wanted to come back and show you our little mushroom experiments that we did the other day. I just cleaned the beads, so I've got water everywhere here. Kind of slide them here. We got some funky ones. Some that didn't turn out too bad. Some that'll probably be trashed. But I thought I'd come in and show you how they turned out. So I don't remember how many I made on one video, but I do know that the one that we made together was this little violet, which you really can't see the violet unless you put it up to the light. It's kind of dark. But this is our little mushroom, our violet, and this is where the top ended up getting a lot smaller. And then I think the one I did after that was this one. And it looked really good, but boy, did I put way too much swirlies on that side. So I don't really like that. And remember, I was telling you how the raku can change colors. So you can see right here, it was changing purple and stuff like that. But anyways, those were those two. This was one that I made a couple days before. This was the pink, and it's a slate gray. And I'm just looking over this because the way the light shines on it, sometimes it kind of looked like there was a crack in there, but it's just the way the glass is moving. So there's our little black and white mushroom, or black and gray. And then this one was a funky one that my daughter made. So she did pretty good. Looks like a little hat. And then this was a couple other ones that we had made, kind of like with a little fairy theme to it, but the leaves got a little too hot. This one, yeah, our lid was really bad on this one. But this one came out really, really good. So I think this one I'll probably definitely put up in my Etsy store, a different Etsy store. And he turned out really nice, I think. Nice and organic. So it all depends. You can have a good day, you can have a bad day. The real cool thing with the mushroom is they'll probably be sold separate, but I'm going to put them together anyways. So after I made that mushroom, I thought those color combo was really cool. So I made these. Grab another paper towel or something. See if I can get this to... Yeah, so this is just red, or this is a pink, white, gray, and black. And that will match this. So I could either do it as a set, I don't know yet, or just put them up separate. So those were our mushrooms that we played with. And there they are on a pole, on a stick. So we still got a lot of practice. They're fun to play with, just hard when they don't come out right. And now I've got like this little forest of mushrooms. So I'm growing mushrooms here. So we're going to get that perfect one, probably, hopefully today. So I just wanted to show you the finished ones, and we will talk to you later. Bye.